Since this venerable stadium was erected in the Pennsylvania hills, it has been the home to toughness, to passion, to winning. Welcome to Happy Valley and Beaver Stadium, home to the Penn State Nittany Lions. And the Terrapins will kick it away first. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Nittany Lions offense will get the first crack at it here. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
This offense has a second down play. Dropping back, it's Finley. Fires to the tight end. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Ready to fire from the pistol. Leaves it with the back. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. And the Nittany Lions took those plain headgears, got their blocks, and picked up the first down.
Yeah, and those headgears are a staple, aren't they, of college football? I know exactly what you're talking about, those beautiful helmets. They don't change very much, very traditional. Penn State keeps it simple. Being traditional, running the football.
Comes out throwing on first down. Going to try to get it himself. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Personal foul. Unnecessary defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. Fielded in the end zone. It's Turner. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So the Maryland Terrapins offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And it won't be easy to throw the ball down the field today, David, because both of these teams have lockdown corners.
I mean, these guys shut down half of the field. Playmaking cornerbacks that really can play man-to-man and lock down the best guys on the other side.
Yeah, if I'm a quarterback in this game, I am taking a calculated risk if I'm thrown towards one of these two dudes because you're just asking to get picked off.
To the air on first down. He lets one fly deep. Fires into traffic, picked off. Bringing it back. He's at the 40. And after the interception return, he gets it down to the 32-yard line.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
They'll run the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Finds finds his target down the middle. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
Hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it out. It's Turner. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
One of the things I love about these misdirection-type plays is that you can pull offensive linemen and get extra bodies at the point of attack. So you're setting yourself up with good angles if you execute it properly, David. You saw it right there.
And saying the word angles means a lot because that's exactly what you do. Now I can block down and I can leave somebody unblocked, pull around, kick him out, use misdirection in the backfield. Really just get your eyes as a defense on something else and then go the other direction. Nice misdirection play call by this offense.
Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Got it in the middle. It's Turner. Stopped after making the catch.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers, I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout a season.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out. Failed to climb the penalty. In the dead center of the field as they try to convert this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side. Boy, are they loving that huge play. He's got it down to the 9.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. You can hear the roar all the way to Mount Nittany after he got in the backfield and made the play.
And they always give you something to roar about, don't you? These Penn State linebackers, I don't know where they find them, but year after year they find some of the best players in all of football.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Push down for the tackle. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. And it's right down the boulevard. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Looking for a man, it's Finley. Gets it out quickly. Makes the catch and he's brought down. We've come to the end of the quarter and it's Penn State on top. And that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. challenge here. They've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Now the play fake. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Got his man downfield. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. He leaves it with the back. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
The Nittany Lions are flying down the field. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Petty. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
The give to the tailback. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wide receiver shows motion. The lone back's got it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
First down for this offense. They'll run it from the gun. Strong run and a pickup of 5 out to the 15. The Terrapins heading quickly to the line. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. And the Terrapins getting set on 1st and 10.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Complete downfield. Can anyone catch him? 10. Touchdown, Maryland! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. He looks that one in nicely. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play.
Great job by the defense here rallying to this wide receiver and making the tackle. He is dangerous. They don't want to let this receiver get behind them, but they know that when he makes catches, they better...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Ball is loose. And the defense got it. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Quarterback checking the play. Going to the running game. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Nittany Lions want to pick up the tempo. Back to pass, it's Finley. Unloads to the wideout. The freshman quarterback very fortunate for that one to fall incomplete.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You've got to catch that and make that a pick.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Grabs it inside the 10. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play. The Nittany Lions are threatening on 1st and goal. Trying to barge their way in. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Maryland has the ball back in the Terrapin offense ready to go. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. It's complete to the right. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Terrapins come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires to the middle. Got his man. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
And that's good enough for a 1st down.
He's looking to throw it. Getting some heat. And he'll They'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. He's looking to throw. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On third down, he drops to throw. Pressure coming. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to go up top on first down. Fires the pass, intercepted. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Nittany Lions will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Trying play action. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Working the middle, it's complete. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. And the Terrapins will hustle to the line.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly to the tight end.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They'll run play action. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. They're trying to get to it. That's caught. It's York. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Terrapins send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pressure got to him. Couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety. They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. Fights off the defender.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense where now they got a manageable situation.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And eventually taken down, but what about that spin move gives him the first down yardage. And the Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. He's got an open man. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. It's good. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety.
That was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first.
He's going to throw deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down. 2nd down coming up. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Hold it, offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Dropping back, it's Finley. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
And they didn't have to blitz. They brought in the dime package, more speed on the field so we can cover in the back end, and then let the D-line do what great D-line do.
And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play.
And these punt returners want to make big plays, but man, oh man, did he make a big mistake. Flipping the field position, defense flying in on him, and he did not secure the football in that play.
Throws to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
That is a tremendous job by the defender on that play because when the ball was thrown, his head was turned around. He was watching the receiver, quickly spun the head, turned his shoulder, located the ball, and then knocked it down.
Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The Terrapins will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll take it on the return. Touchdown, Penn State! The special teams with a special moment.
Punt returners, man, you just got to make one guy miss. You make the first dude miss, and then a lot of times it's off to the races. This guy is so dangerous in the open field, as he shows right there in the punt return touchdown.
Looking for a man. It's Finley. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Kickoff team takes the field after the punt return for the touchdown. Let's see what they've got in coverage now. He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Maryland has the ball back in the Terrapin offense ready to go. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. Gets away. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the 1st down. This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23. And the Terrapins will snap it on 1st and 10. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Looking to move it through the air. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
You know, it doesn't matter how talented you are as a quarterback, how accurate you are, how athletic you are. If you're on your back most of the day, it's going to be very hard to win the game. That's been the case for this guy here today. He's been under pressure. He hasn't been in rhythm. He's thrown an interception. This has just not gone his way.
This defensive linemen have tents in the backfield. Goodness gracious, they're camping out back there, hitting the quarterback time and time again. When you sacked him this much, of course he's going to be flustered. Of course he wants to get rid of the football.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Man, he was going to get his jaw jacked. He got down just in time. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Snags it on the right. The expressway is wide open. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins! How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide-open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the downs. And now on second down for this offense. Back to pass, it's Finley. Fires to the wideout. Oh, the freshman lucky that one didn't get picked off.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the passing game. They were able to get after him on that play, and as a result, the QB made a bad decision, forcing that football into double coverage.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. The Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Looking for a block, it's Turner. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They'll throw it on first down. Feeling some heat. Unloads to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. He makes a grab. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
This quarterback has just been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Great job with his decision-making. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
With the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Maryland! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
Offense in a bunch formation. Looking to pass. It's Finley. Back open in the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
All right, so I know the defense is going to be aggressive, right? They got their stop. They forced the 3rd down. How aggressive does the offense want to be in response? Because if I throw the football, get a 1st down, I can run this clock almost out. This defense has to make a choice, but this offense, how aggressive do you want to be?
He's got it. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. Running behind that left side. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. He's got his man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Handoff to the lone back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll pull it down and run. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody will be like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. He'll come out throwing on first down. Quarterback moving. Breaks the tackle. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. He's going to run it. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. The Terrapins will line it up on 1st and 10. He'll get rid of it. He makes a catch. Great job in this 2-minute drill as he gets out of bounds, keeping the clock on their side as they're trying to pull it out. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. They want to throw it. Touchdown, Terrapins! They move on top here in the 4th.
And it's go time. You need a play late, and the big tight end comes through for you. You find him, he does the rest, catches the football, gets in for the touchdown, and now you take the lead.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire, who steps up and makes the big-time play.
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game on the line in one of the biggest games of the year.
To throw, it's Finley. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Still running at the 40. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field. Going up top on first down. Coming after it. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Late in the game with the lead, the defense obviously knows here the offense is going to have to try and throw it. Nice job in the back end there, not just in coverage, but almost picking that football off. That was a game changer.
Quickly out to the tight end. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock as the offense moves closer, trying to pull it out.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Well, it's the fourth quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
Back to the line after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 37. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Right on target this time. Timeout called by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. To the air, it's Finley. Takes the easy completion. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Offense will use a timeout, 19 seconds left in the game.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
Looking to scramble. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. You got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
He'll bring it out. It's Turner. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Wants to throw on first down. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, you look at the clock. They've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably a lot of laterals. We've seen crazier stuff happen in college football.
And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is over, and this will be a game of what might have been. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side